Today's video is going to explain exactly why we stopped doing online arbitrage. So we've been selling on Amazon for almost 5 years now, and 3 of which of those have been full time. And a couple of years back, probably about 1.5 years ago, we decided we wanted to diversify from private label and try out something called online arbitrage. So we did this for around about a year, but a few months ago we made the decision to stop the process. And today I'm going to share with you the reasons why we decided to stop, because the chances are if you're watching this video, you might well be thinking about trying online arbitrage for yourself, or maybe retail arbitrage. So that's why I thought you guys might find this video useful. If you are new here, my name's Nick, and the eBusiness Boss channel is all about helping you guys learn more about what we do in our online businesses. So specifically, we do Amazon FBA. We also do a little bit of print on demand and affiliate marketing. But the majority of the content here is all about Amazon FBA and how you can become a better Amazon seller. We hope to share a lot of what we're learning along the way to try and help you guys out. That's the whole idea of the channel. If you've got any questions about what I've talked about, please leave a comment below and I'll be happy to help you guys out in any way I can. So online arbitrage, we first learned about it after watching a few videos of some other Amazon sellers that looked like they were doing quite well. And we've always had an Amazon private label background, and a few people asked in some of the groups I'm in, Nick, why are you guys doing online arbitrage? Because you already do private label. And I think a lot of people think you start with online arbitrage and maybe you'd move on to private label or wholesale. So I'm sure that way works well for some people, but we jumped straight into private label first. And I can say, yeah, there's a lot more that goes into the product and research side when it comes to Amazon private label. You've got a lot more responsibility because the products you're selling are your own. So we wanted to diversify. We decided, right, we're going to give online arbitrage a go. We set a budget of a few £1,000s a month, and we said we're going to buy a few £1,000s worth of stock each month, list it, send it into Amazon FBA, and start making money. And what we found quite quickly was, number one, the sourcing side of things is the most difficult. So we use software like Tactical Arbitrage. We used a few other Chrome extensions to help us qualify products. And one of my business partners, and you guys know Sam here at eBusiness Boss, he spent about 1.5 days a week learning the sourcing process. So he would spend time setting these tactical arbitrage reports, scanning stores and trying to find some deals that we could capitalize on. And it took up a lot of his time, but he wanted to do it so that he knew the process inside out before we then taught a VA how to do it. So we did it for around about a year, and yeah, we started spending, and we'd have quite stringent processes. So Sam would do all the sourcing, Ed would do all the checking and qualifying to make sure there wasn't any mismatches, and then he would go on and do the purchasing. So it would take up probably a couple of days a week to find and purchase these goods. So we thought, okay, we now understand the process, we could outsource this and get a bit of a system going. And I know some people have done it and they claim to be doing it quite successfully. So that's fair enough. I think you could make a success of it, but I think there are better ways to make money on Amazon, if I'm honest. So what we found is actually what you make after, in the UK, things like VAT, but even across Europe, obviously you've got VAT there too, but even in the US, the margins are very, very slim compared to private label. So with private label, we might spend $2 on a product and be able to sell it for $12. So much more responsibility. You have to create a listing from scratch and launch it and get attention on it, but that's much better. If I had an option now, I would go for private label every single time. Online arbitrage, you're buying things for, say, £2, and after Amazon fees, sometimes you're only making back 30% ROI. So you might spend £2, but only actually be making back under £1 each time. So let's say, on average, your ROI is 30%. So your return on investment. That's what ROI means. I'm sure you might know that. If I spend £1,000 and my ROI is 30%, I'll get back 1,300. Well, with private label, our ROI, a lot of the time, we always aim for above 100%. But with some of our products, it's 300%. I think we've got one as high as 360%. So we started looking at this and thinking, we're spending thousands of pounds a month and getting back a much smaller amount than we are on our other online business for, I'd say, more work. And you're more at risk. These aren't your products. So if the price drops, if a competitor can come in and maybe they've got a wholesale agreement with a distributor, you're going to be wiped out and you can be left with a load of stock. So we tried it, and to be honest, we didn't really make very much money at all. So my advice, if you're thinking about doing online arbitrage, is don't. Unless you've got a way of securing, maybe you've already got a team of VAs and you can get these products. So you can get products from a website. If you're in the US, it'd be things like Walmart. You might be going out and doing a bit of retail arbitrage, going around clearance aisles, scanning products. There's definitely money to be made. But in the UK and possibly in the US, when it comes to online arbitrage, finding deals, you're going to be doing a lot of work and not really going to be making very much money, in my opinion. A lot of people do online arbitrage to lead onto wholesale, and I think that's a great business model. Something we haven't decided to go any further with at the moment. We're just going to stick with private label because for us, it's much more profitable. And the other thing with online arbitrage or retail arbitrage is you're going to need to put a lot of your own personal time in, or have people to prep, receive the products, package them up, and prep them to send into Amazon FBA. So that takes up a lot of time and a lot of effort. And for us here, we decided that we would spend more of our time, or all of our time instead, working on our private label Amazon business, where we're sourcing these products and they are being shipped directly into Amazon FBA. We're doing all the marketing work, but when it comes to receiving goods, prepping, packing things up, we're not doing any of that. And we've got the margins to, if we wanted to, start to do merchant fulfilled and send out orders ourselves. We've got the margins with private label to do that. With online arbitrage, you're going to need people as you scale, and your margins, on some products, we're talking 15 to 30% is a good ROI. So it just didn't make sense. And I wanted to share that with you guys. So if you want to learn how to start a private label Amazon business, then check out the video that's at the top of the screen now. So that tells you all about how we actually first started our private label Amazon business. And if you're starting out, watch that, because it tells you how you can start up with quite little time. So you could be working a full-time job and still do it. So check that video out. And if you've got any questions about online arbitrage and what we found with it, just let me know in the comments and I'll see if I can help you guys out. So this is what this channel is about. I want to try and pass on some of the things we're learning, so that you can learn something for yourself. So for us, we spent quite a bit of money on online arbitrage and we didn't make an awful lot. We didn't lose money, but it sort of seems like it's been a bit of time wasted. And if we'd have put that time into our private label business, we'd be much further ahead. So it's an honest video to you guys to let you know, if you're thinking about online arbitrage, maybe learn a little bit more about it first. Retail arbitrage, slightly different. I know some of you guys in the US are going out securing great deals on products on clearance aisles and things like that, and you can make a lot of money, but physically you're going to be having to do a lot more than you are with private label, and you're relying on other people's listings most of the time. So I hope you guys have found that useful. We're not doing online arbitrage again, but we are grateful that we did it, because we've learned lots about prepping, packing, Amazon's requirements, and also more about how Amazon works itself. Online arbitrage is a different angle, but we have learned a lot by going and making that mistake. So yeah, I want to share that with you guys. We've been wanting to tell you guys for a while. This is one of the last videos we'll be doing in our office here, because we're about to move to a slightly bigger office, which we're really excited about. So yeah, probably be a few more in here, then we'll be gone. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching the video. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. If you found this video useful, it's made you think, hit the like button. We appreciate all of your support. There'll be more videos from us here at eBusiness Boss very soon. Thanks for watching.